off you, mate, alright?
No, you can ride this in Manchester. It's just designated areas.
Alright, go on, leave it. I go away, won't I?
I can't hear you.
If it was that police officer, I would tend to go away, won't I?
No, I didn't know.
No, but
I'm not going detained.
Yeah.
Why get you details?
Under what? I'm not.
Welcome back to Police Pulse UK. If you're new here, hit subscribe and join the family. Drop a like, leave a comment, and let's get straight into it. In this episode, Reggie is walking his bike through a shopping center when 3 police officers stop him for no real reason. One officer looks rough and aggressive, which makes Reggie turn away not because he is hiding anything, but simply because the officer feels threatening. The officer then tries to act tough and intimidating, but Reggie stays calm and takes him apart piece by piece, showing how some officers forget their professional standards and rely on attitude instead of actual law.
Alright, bud.
How are you?
You okay?
Yeah, you.
What's up?
Nothing.
You seem a bit nervous, that's all, pal.
Nervous?
Yeah.
I need some food.
You just saw the cops and then...
I didn't know you was a copper.
No, you know them two, I was a big yellow thing.
Sorry?
He's a plain clothes officer.
Oh, I said I didn't know he was a copper. Pardon?
If he was a police officer, I tend to go away, won't I?
I can't hear you.
If he was a police officer, I would tend to go away, won't I?
No, I didn't know.
No, but you look like you clocked the cops that are obvious.
I clocked you.
Oh, you clocked me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure if you clocked me, you would have clocked the people that were...
No, because you were the first coming around the corner.
What's your name, fella?
Sorry? Oh, what, sorry?
What's your name?
Your name? What for?
Gee, what for?
I'm just...
That's suspicious in a high crime area, so I wouldn't be requesting your name, bud.
Am I too suspicious?
Well, yeah, otherwise I wouldn't be speaking.
Mate, I seen you coming around here, and you looked a bit dodgy, right? So, anyway, I was coming this way anyway.
You just happened me on, you saw that there was 2 cops.
I didn't see these 2.
Yeah, we were looking back quite a bit as well when you look up the stairs.
Did he not shout me though?
He shot you, huh?
He did shout me.
I shouted you afterwards.
They weaponized that perception to justify a stop. 7:53 p.m. The officers waste no time and immediately demand Reggie's details, claiming he looks suspicious in a high crime area. But when you think about it, the reason is incredibly weak. All Reggie did was turn away, and he only did that because one of the officers was in plain clothes, covered in tattoos, with a scruffy beard and no clear sign of being a police officer. Any normal person would have done the same thing. The strange part is how the officers twist this around. Instead of understanding why Reggie reacted that way, they use his natural, instinctive response as their excuse to stop him. Their own colleague was the reason Reggie stepped back, yet they turned that into a reason to treat him like a suspect.
Basically, we saw you coming towards us, you did a U-turn, you go them stairs, you kept looking back, and it's not safe to look back when you're going up the stairs with the bike in your hand.
Well, don't worry about my safety, my friend, but yeah, can you cycle here?
It's actually a offence to cycle.
Colleagues asking for details.
What did I nasty with you? Is there a offence to cycle?
Is there a can you cycle here?
No.
No, right, I'll walk it. Let's see it.
Choose your name, mate.
What?
Not going anywhere at the minute. You just
I'm not going detained.
Yeah. Why are they getting details?
Under what? I've not cycled it here. You see me pushing it, right?
Suspect you cycling it.
Suspecting me of cycling it? You see me pushing it and lifting it up the stairs.
Relax a little bit.
Whoa, he just said he suspects me of riding it.
You're going to ride at some point, let's be honest.
Yes, but I've just asked you. I've just asked you, can you cycle here? And you said no.
Unless he's some sort of order and he's just trying to get out.
You just said I'm detained. Am I free to go?
No, you need to take
What section am I detaining?
Section 50, the Police Reform Act.
The officers first admit that Reggie walked his bike up the stairs, but then immediately turn around and say they suspect him of riding it. It gets even worse when one of them says you're going to ride it at some point, which is not suspicion, it is simply guessing the future. Police cannot stop and detain someone based on what they might do later. That is not how the law works. Then they suddenly bring up Section 50 of the Police Reform Act to justify demanding Reggie's name. But here is the problem, that law only applies after an actual offense has already happened, and only if the officer reasonably believes the person has behaved antisocially. No offense means no Section 50, full stop. You cannot block someone from leaving and then scramble to find a legal reason to demand their details just because you do not like being ignored.
And what do you suspect me of doing? Antisocial behaviour?
That's correct.
Right, so you're going to abuse this, because I'm not giving you my name, you'll have to arrest me.
Why are you an auditor? So what you've done is you've seen cops and then you want attention.
She's just detained me.
Stand about. So what is it then? Are you just trying to get cops' attention?
No mate, I seen you and you looked like one of the druggies who attacked me last time I was in Manchester. No, seriously, I didn't see these two.
So what is it, are you an auditor? Is that what you are?
Mate, what I am, right, she just detained me. Am I free to go yet or not? Because I'll put a claim in against you, because mate, what you've just done, I'm not committed any antisocial behaviour.
So what's happening is you're an auditor, you've clocked that.
I seen you.
Oh my God, shut up, let me explain.
Don't talk to me like that, my
I
friend.
can talk to you how I like.
Well, how about me talk to you? How are you like? What's your collar number, sir?
818288. So anyway, so what's happened here is you've seen two cops.
I seen you. I didn't see these two.
I can make a YouTube video out of this.
He come around the corner first. Am I right?
No, these two were.
No, you come around the corner
We
first.
were right next to me. We came at the same time.
Mate, you look like a druggie from around the thingy. Crutchy, I think it's called.
I look like Turbo. You think I look like Crutchy? Yeah, he's a
You do.
Leave this fella. He's a fool.
Am I detained still or not?
No,
I'm a fool. Don't call me a fool, mate.
I call you what I like.
Really?
What are you going to do about it?
What if I called you something in swear
call
words?
what you like.
And you're not going to do me for public order?
No.
When the plainclothes officer cannot justify the stop, he switches tactics and accuses Reggie of deliberately trying to bait the police. This is not based on any evidence, it is simply a way to make Reggie look bad for not going along quietly. When Reggie pushes back, he is immediately told to be quiet, which makes it clear that the officers were never interested in a fair conversation or a peaceful resolution. But the most telling moment is when the officer says, "I can talk to you how I like." That is not authority, that is disrespect. The police have no legal right to speak to people in a degrading or dominating way, especially when that person has done nothing wrong. Talking like that has nothing to do with keeping order. It is purely about showing who is in charge and daring the other person to say something about it.
Well, you're a fool then.
Sweet, you have a good day.
So, I asked you for some advice, right?
We're not giving you advice, pal. You're going your way.
And he was so you detain me, right? Can I have your collar numbers, please, miss?
You've got my collar number.
I've not got her collar number.
It's on there.
What's your collar number?
16473.
Sorry?
16473.
And how long did you detain me for?
Right, you can go. So you
No,
got
mate.
your foot in.
She
Go
detained
away.
me on
I'm
the
not
section
asked, pal.
50.
Off you go.
You're not asked. Don't talk to members of the public like that.
Talk to you how I like. Talk to
Well,
you
look
how
at
I like.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the attitude
they
you've got?
Yeah, they can. Especially when you want to be inflammatory towards me, saying I look like a druggie. On your way,
You did. Look at your beard. You need a shave. You need a shave.
If you show us you're riding that, we're going to take off you, mate, alright?
You can ride this in Manchester. It's just designated areas.
Alright, go on. Leave him be. He's had his fun. See you later.
Have I had my fun?
Had your fun.
Mate, just get a shave, will you?
See you later.
You like crutchy.
Get a job.
I've got a job.
You wait.
I'm having that. That's inflammatory. No way. How bad is he? Guys.
At the very end, Reggie simply asks how long he was detained. Before the female officer can even answer, the plainclothes officer cuts her off and snaps, "You can go." When Reggie explains why he is asking, the officer replies, "I'm not asked," not with confusion or impatience, but with pure contempt. Once he decided the stop was over, he had no interest in answering questions or even being basic and polite. Looking at the whole encounter, the pattern is clear. Every time a real reason was needed, a weaker one was swapped in. Turning away became suspicious intent. Walking a bike became proof he would write it later. And when challenged, answers were replaced with attitude. The officer never based his decisions on actual facts. He based them entirely on the fact that Reggie refused to go along quietly. That is why the ending feels the way it does. The officer does not care how long Reggie was detained, because once the stop is over, it does not need to make sense to him anymore. The power was used, the disruption was caused, and that was enough. When officers feel no need to explain or justify their actions, the real danger is not just that innocent people get stopped, it is that the people stopping them genuinely believe they do not owe anyone an explanation at all. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this episode, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me continue with my independent coverage. Also, do not forget to check out Reggie, his channel is linked in the description. Show him some love. Thanks for watching. This was Police Pulse UK, and I will see you in the next one.